Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Tia.
And I'm Ebony.
And this is Reacting to the Internet. Alright, guys, we know why we're here. You know why you're here. You saw the thumbnail, you clicked on the title. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. Mr. Jonah Hill is being accused of being emotionally abusive by his ex-girlfriend. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Please let us know your thoughts.
Jonah Hill's ex-girlfriend Sarah Brady accuses the star of emotional abuse during their relationship. On July 6th, the 26-year-old California surfer posted a professional photo of herself wearing a white crop top and miniskirt to her Instagram, writing, quote, "Reviving a pic I took down by request of a misogynist narcissist." The next day, Sarah, who dated Jonah between 2021 and 2022,
Not to mention
her Instagram
suits.
story, writing, "Someone being an emotionally abusive partner doesn't mean they're a terrible person, often stems from their own trauma. And at the same time, it doesn't mean it's okay." She follows up with several screenshots from past alleged conversations with the actor, including one in
That's a
which
good look for him.
asked her to remove photos of herself surfing in a swimsuit from her Instagram, which she says she did. In another screenshot,
Swimsuit
Sarah
look
shares
fine
an
to me.
alleged text exchange between the former couple in which Jonah allegedly told her, plain and simple, "If you need surfing with men, boundaryless inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places and from your wild recent past, beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful, I am not the right partner for you." E-News has reached out to Jonah's reps for comment and has not yet heard back. At the time of the alleged conversation, Sarah responded that she understood and accepted Jonah's boundaries. However, Sarah reflects in her Instagram story, quote, "This is high-key so embarrassing. I did this all in the name of protecting him from crippling anxiety." The pro surfer also posted a screenshot of a conversation with a friend describing the alleged, quote, "psychological abuse she endured," writing in part, "Having been recently diagnosed with bipolar type 1 disorder, towards the end of the relationship, when he was running out of ways to manipulate me, he started questioning my sanity."
Why is
and
Wade's like
medications."
that?
Sarah says that she decided to speak out about Jonah now because keeping it to myself was causing more damage to my mental health than sharing it could ever do. She added, "It's been a year of healing and growth, with the help of loved ones and doctors, to get back to living my life without guilt, shame, and self-judgment for things as small as surfing in a swimsuit rather than a more conservative wetsuit." Sarah later shares a message for Jonah, who welcomed a baby with girlfriend Olivia Miller earlier this year, writing, "I hope my ex has a daughter. Maybe she'll turn him into a real feminist." She continues, "Because the fact that he calls himself a feminist now is laughable."
She sounds a little bitter to me. She sounds a little butthurt, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
A whole year later,
It's definitely giving me bitter.
and jealous.
Yeah, let's get into the message that he sent
Her.
So he said, plain and simple, if you need surfing with men, boundaryless and inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are unstable places from your wild recent past, beyond getting a lunch or a coffee or something respectful, I am not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it, and there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for a romantic partnership. My boundaries with you based on the ways these actions have hurt our trust. So
That means, okay, so him saying that,
yeah, the last piece sounds like
she did some shit before.
Yeah, and he was like, "I'm gonna forgive you, but these are my boundaries."
That's what it seemed like to me.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. That's fine. Like, he's allowed to have his boundaries, is he not?
I think so. I mean, especially since those boundaries were established based on behavior that she's displayed prior to. That's how I'm reading it.
That's how I'm reading it.
Yeah, my
as
boundaries
well.
with you based on the ways these actions have hurt our trust. Like, some way she did one of these things that made him mistrust her. So he's not just trying to control her on some, you can't wear no bathing suit, you can't. Whatever she did, she was entertained. She potentially was entertaining men, or, you know, some type of way that maybe made him distrust her. So now he's saying, okay, well,
don't do this.
I don't feel comfortable with you displaying yourself.
And that's
XYZ.
fine. And that's
Yeah,
fine. Like, I don't see anything wrong with him setting those boundaries, right? Like, if it has gone anywhere beyond this, then that may be problematic. But in this text message or receipts that she's attempting to provide, I'm not seeing anything that would say he's emotionally abusive. Like,
not from what I can see.
I'm not seeing anything. Now, I do hope that my good sis Sarah gets the help that she deserves. She said that she was recently diagnosed with bipolar disorder type 1,
right,
which is the most severe type of bipolar disorder. So I do hope she's not having a manic episode and just
potentially,
and just, you know, lashing out at Jonah or whoever she feels the most hurt by. I hope that's not the case. But in this particular situation, I don't know. I feel like now with some of these boundaries, the posting pictures of yourself in a bathing suit. I mean,
she a surfer.
So I feel like, you know, it's part of her job, especially if she models. I feel like it's a part of her job to do. Like, I get it, there are wetsuits, but I mean, she's a model. So now the sexy pictures, okay, cool. Hanging out with like toxic friends, I 100% understand. You know, like he said, you can still do these things, but if it goes beyond lunch or coffee or something respectful, then it's a problem. He's not saying cut these people off, don't have no type of connection with these people. He's just saying if it goes beyond that and it's not respectful, he ain't in it. He's not with the shits. Yeah. Which is fine. And he said boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men. Listen to the words he said. Boundaryless, inappropriate friendships. So he didn't say she could not be friends with men, but she needs to have boundaries. And they need to be appropriate. Which means you don't need to be secretly DMing and having secret conversations and talking about, you know, inappropriate things, sending sexy pictures, whatever people do nowadays. You don't need to be doing that. Now, what I don't technically agree with in this is the surfing with men, because men are surfing is a male dominated activity, sport. So I think it's a sport. I believe it's a sport. I think it's a sport. We don't know, guys. We don't surf. Where there's no body of water in Texas close to Texas. It's not a thing. But surfing. I feel like surfing is a predominantly male occupied. So I'm like, even if she has a friend, like a male friend, and they want to go surfing, which I'm assuming she does have a lot of male friends or male acquaintances that are surfers, right? So I'm like, if they want to go surfing, I don't really see anything wrong with that, since again, that is her job and it's probably their job, or she's just doing it for fun. I don't really see anything wrong with that. But I don't know the story behind why he set that boundary. Right. And then even further, like later on in the video, where she talks about the fact that he says he's a feminist now is laughable. Which I kind of feel like that's kind of unfair, because just like she can change and grow within a year, I feel like he deserves that space to change and maybe look at some things and reflect on maybe some of his behaviors that he didn't really think were, aligned. And maybe having a daughter completely changed his mindset. So I don't think that's fair that, I can change and you were emotionally abusive. Now you're saying that, like, people have the right to change. They do. Be different. They have the right to grow, especially when you become a father. Right. Like, you look at things completely different. You know, you become a parent, you're like, oh man, like this isn't right. Everybody talks about how you change in some way when you become a parent, you know? So I don't, like you said, I don't really think that's fair for her to put that on him. But I am looking at this message right here. It says, towards the end of the relationship, when he was running out of ways, I just want to know why ways look different than the rest of the text. Like, what is this about? What is that? It looked like an insert or something. Yeah, like, what is that? Maybe it's a typo or something. I don't know. It shouldn't look like that. It should look like the rest of the font. Yeah. Why is this font different and bigger and bold? Look, Tia picked the one doggone thing. And so there are ways to manipulate me.
started questioning my sanity and
my medications. I mean, and I feel like sometimes I've never dated anybody with bipolar disorder or anything that type of mental illness. So I get it. Like if someone starts acting different, they start acting strange, of course you're gonna question like, hey man, are you taking your meds? Are you on the right meds? Is this? So I feel like even this is not even fair. I mean, and even if you are questioning someone's sanity, if you've never been placed in a situation to where you had to deal with someone with a mental disorder like bipolar,
yeah,
I feel like some of this stuff is just an appropriate assumption, you know, like
or just not even an appropriate assumption, but just in general, like he may be ignorant to certain things.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dealing with people with mental health issues is
a lot.
It's a lot, and people automatically assume that you're supposed to understand how to navigate that space, and you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you absolutely don't. Like, it's a very difficult thing, and it's very difficult to navigate around, or still support people in your life who may suffer from mental illness and things like that.
Absolutely, especially if you've never done it before. So I 100% completely agree. Now again, if this goes beyond what the receipts that she's providing, which aren't really receipts because it just proves that he didn't do anything wrong.
To me,
it don't. But again, I can't see things from her perspective. I wasn't in their relationship. I don't know. For all we know, Jonah could have very well been emotionally abusive, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. She's building up to the rest of it.
But my thing is, why now?
I don't know. I feel like, and that's another thing. Like, why now? Like she said in the text, well, in the message, he just had a daughter. She tweeted about it or whatever. He just had a daughter. He's in a relationship with somebody else. So to me, it really does give off bitter vibes. And I'm not one to say. That's not what I want to say. Again, I understand that sometimes it do take people who go through that type of trauma, who go through domestic abuse, a long time to come out and speak about it and speak their truth. Like,
that's true.
The time frame does not matter. Like, to me, it's irrelevant because people have to build the courage. So you never know who your story is going to help.
That's true.
You don't know. So, but again, if she's just doing this to be vindictive, it makes sense since he just had a daughter and he's happy and he's living his best life or whatever. It makes sense. But I'm not going to question why now, because again, if she did go through some type of domestic abuse with Jonah, it's her right to come out whenever she feels like it.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna leave it right there.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good way to say it. That's good.
Yeah. So guys, let us know what you think about it. Are we feeling the story? Are we like, it's giving me fake, it's giving me true? I don't know. Just let us know. And until next time, peace.